Dr. Mark Jangizi here, your science moment. Today I'm going to talk about different kinds of vision, a very simple kind of point. And I had contact lenses since I was like 8 years old. And the interesting thing about contact lenses is that you're wearing them 24/7. I had nighttime ones that I could wear all night. So almost for a month I would have them, and then I would take them off and clean them. So I would have just regular old glasses for a day or two as my eyes rested. And when you're wearing regular glasses, often your glasses are off because you have various times. And what you would notice is that you can see what you might call mesoscale stuff. That is, you can see your pores. You can see individual, highly detailed individual hairs. In the mirror, if you were just looking at if you're just looking at your skin, you can see your pores. You can, in terms of self-grooming and stuff, you can really see all of these fine details. You pick up, when you pick up a leaf, you get to really examine these kinds of fine details. And you don't appreciate that there are those fine details at all when you have your contact lenses on. And in my case, a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I got LASIK. So now I'm permanently unable for the rest of my life, except if I pull out a magnifying glass, which I never do, to see these things. It's just not practical to do that. And I think it's just important to recognize these things. Often people say, well, sure, we've got, long scale vision, far vision, and near vision, and you're nearsighted, you're farsighted, as if it's all about seeing things close versus seeing things far. But it's not just that. When you sacrifice near vision for the sake of getting much clearer and crisper far vision, so this is great. I mean, I get to see nice views and get to see people's faces from normal distances. But it's not just that near vision and far vision are about seeing the same kinds of objects. No, near vision is about seeing fundamentally different kinds of objects, not text on your phone, but other stuff in life, mesoscale stuff at the scale of a tenth of a millimeter to a millimeter. These kinds of fine-grained things are just lost forever once you get LASIK or once you have your contact lenses on. How important they are for our normal lives, you might argue that they're not as important, but you could argue that they are important. Self-grooming, for example, one of the self-grooming, others grooming, are often about these fine kinds of things, finding, animals are constantly picking and grabbing and taking care of their skin, and their nails, in fact, I believe, are probably highly optimized for, in fact, scratching and our own self-grooming. So when you're missing out on one of the important scales, the mesoscale, I think we're missing something, and it ought to be related to vision patients when ophthalmologists or optometrists prescribe something for you. Say, look, you're going to miss out on this important, not consciously appreciated part of what a normal human perceptual life is. And that was your science moment. If you're interested in vision-related things, go get yourself a copy of my earlier bestseller, Vision Revolution. And that was your science moment.